the advantage. Ether vision activate.
Take this!
Sustaining fire.
No forgiveness! I'll outlast your double! Sky high!
Prepare the next tactical.
I see it. Victory, the only option.
You're in my sight.
Sweep the whip!
The target's exposed. Recalibrating.
Purging slash! Let's go!
bracing for wind.
I see it.
This bullet will reach its mark.
Take this!
Sustaining fire.
No forgiveness! Victory, the only option! Got a summer surprise! Decide for it? Still. Scatter. Breathe. Clarity and impurity cycle. Like a shadow! Pretty, right? Strength and finesse. Obliterate form and spirit. Activate your life and fear. Don't get careless. Lumber in the mix. Allow me, Fufu. The name of the night, emissary! Wanna play a game? Yet still. The moment has come. Spirit and form. The evil shall turn to dust. Cycle of yin and yang. The time is now. Yin and yang. Run for countless legends, melodies, and dreams. And the witch is here. The moment has come.